Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
And it was just before I got like a serious boyfriend. But even then, I was always like looking for a way out because I knew it was not permanent. And that's the thing, ladies. Even though when you have a boyfriend, or even I will dare to say when you're engaged, you're still not married. There's not a sense of permanence.
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. The message of this channel is to protect yourself at all times. And like I always say, in order to protect yourself, you need to know who or what to protect yourself from. In today's video, we highlight a dating coach who advises women about dating multiple men at the same time. Our goal in this video is to delve into the motivations behind such dating practices and show why it is essential for men not to be part of a woman's rotation. Take your time for this video because we're going to let her talk for 2 to 3 minutes because the information is needed and useful. Now it's time for us to get into this and do what we got to do because we men, ain't we? We men, ain't we?
And talk about why you should not feel guilty about dating other men, or multiple men, I must say. So I know that when I first was introduced to the concept of rotational dating, it did not sit well with me because I was like, oh my goodness, how on earth am I going to date multiple men at the same time? Then I realized that I had been doing a similar thing in the past. It was just not called rotational dating. So I dated a lot in my life. I have shared that I started dating, like really dating, when I was 19. I was a late bloomer, but I did start dating until I was 19. And I have also dated men from, does it say from? No. Yeah, from more than 10 nationalities. So understanding men is universal. Of course, there are cultural things, but overall, men behave pretty much the same. Like there are natural cues and behaviors you are going to be able to count on, as well as their masculine energy. And so I did date several men at the same time before, and it was just before I got like a serious boyfriend. But even then, I was always like looking for a way out because I knew it was not permanent. And that's the thing, ladies. Even though when you have a boyfriend, or even I will dare to say when you're engaged, you're still not married. There's not a sense of permanence. And when women do not sense the permanence and the providing and the protecting, you can rationalize everything you want, but at the end of the day, there's going to be something that doesn't sit well with you. And maybe not consciously, you're going to always be looking for a way out. That's why women in relationships are always looking at other options, because they don't have something permanent and something, and a man that is actually providing and protecting.
50% of women have a backup partner waiting in case their current relationship fails, says study. She just told you why. This is not about love, at least not the way men love. Women love what men can provide. And to take it a step further, it's what you can provide right now. What have you done for me lately? That's why you don't build equity with women, because what you've done yesterday doesn't mean shit today. Focus on the information that's consistent. 70 to 80% of divorces are initiated by women. It's pure gold that she points out that women often subconsciously search for an exit strategy. At the same time, they're also subconsciously aware that leaving a current situation without securing an alternative source of protection and provision might not be to their advantage. This is the essence of the term monkey branching. Women learn very early on that they can eat from multiple wallets and that they do not have to limit themselves to one man to get what they want. However, monkey branching is not free from negative consequences, such as feelings of shame, guilt, and a decrease in a woman's social status. Let's continue.
So, to get over the guilt of dating multiple men, you have to put yourself in the mindset of being yourself first. Assuming the energy that you are the most important person and being in your life, and that you are deserving of having what you want. I know that some ladies settle for less than they deserve for the fear of being called names or the fear of remaining alone. But if you're a woman, ladies, you have options. You will always have options. But it is important that you exercise those options in your benefit.
No! Women will not always have options, especially the options they prefer. Why?
Why?
Because the wall is undefeated. Women have an expiration date. Prime time is short-lived. Telling women that they will always have options is feel-good Kool-Aid. Modern women are not prepared for old age, and a record number of women are taking antidepressants because they can't handle the truth. This selfish and entitled attitude is exactly why modern women are not only undateable, but also unsuitable for relationships. Now check this out.
But so this, I guess, attitude is your word. This attitude that you now have is more appealing to women?
The attitude is vastly more appealing. Basically, the attitude is I make no excuses for what I want. And number two, I don't need you, you need me. Now, bear in mind, I don't verbalize it. Exactly. Now, you see this response here. You should never verbalize the attitude. You show it in your behavior.
Women are attracted to men who match their selfish nature. But ironically, it is often this very man who does not hesitate to dump a woman when he no longer sees any use for her. This shared selfish and entitled mindset contributes to this dynamic. For a man with options, just being a woman is nothing special. Chad and Tyrone are the ones who end up giving these women their reality check. And it's not looking good because the majority of women are only interested in the top 10, top 20% of men. A lot of pain is coming.
I don't have a problem with dating multiple men. At this point, being a girlfriend does not suit me. Oh, this thing keeps going down and down. Yeah, being a girlfriend doesn't suit me. And it probably doesn't suit you either if you magically found my channel and are following my content. Because it's very difficult to plan with someone who is not fully committed to you. And that's the other point. To me, someone fully committing to me means that he has professed his love and intention for me and has proven that he can provide and protect for me. And he has actually sealed the deal. I know that it's very common to say, oh, I don't believe in labels or blah, blah, blah. That's just stupid. You're shooting yourself in the foot. And I do not understand why would you want to be in a fake relationship for years and years on end. I think women should stop feeling guilty about dating multiple men, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be in a position where you have given so much time and years of your life to a man who at the end is not ready to commit to you. I believe that men know fairly quickly whether they want to be with a woman seriously or not.
Now here's the problem with what she's saying, and why you need to avoid being in a woman's rotation at all costs. A woman also knows if she wants to be with you or not. Within the first 5 to 10 seconds of seeing you, she already knows if she would. Yet, she does not cut off the men she isn't considering for a committed relationship. Why?
Why?
Ego boost, foodie calls, free attention, and so on. She's sucking these men dry of all kinds of resources, material wealth, but also emotional support and social connections. Don't be a fool, guys. Don't be a sponsor. She's asking you to commit all of your resources to prove that you can protect and provide for her. Meanwhile, she's the guy that she's using to fulfill her sexual needs. And you know what? She's not going to tell you. Keep believing that she's special.
And some men say, oh yes, I want to find out like within a year or two. I don't think that's an appropriate timeline. In my mind and with what I've seen, I believe that an appropriate timeline, like from meeting someone and getting engaged, should be probably around 6 to 8 months. And it doesn't mean that you have to necessarily stay with that person. And then I think engagement could last longer. I think that's fine. But there has already been like...
Red flag alert.
What the hell is she talking about? Janice, to be engaged.
To be engaged typically refers to a formal commitment between two people to marry each other. It is a step that comes after a period of dating or courtship, where the couple has decided to solidify their intention to marry and spend their lives together. Being engaged usually involves wearing an engagement ring, announcing the engagement to friends and family, and often planning for a wedding ceremony in the future. It's a significant milestone in a romantic relationship, symbolizing the couple's serious intent to build a life together as spouses.
Oh my goodness! What's the use of accepting a marriage proposal with the idea of not getting married? This woman desires the experiences of an engagement ring, wedding dress, and a wedding without being committed. Benefits without any commitments or responsibilities. A hallmark of a low-quality woman.
I still get nudges of guilt sometimes because the men you date are going to try to guilt trip you? Yeah, they're going to try to use guilt to manipulate you into getting into a relationship with them. They might try to use shame or say that it's not normal or why they cannot just get to know you more and then you'll see, but I don't think it's a wise choice. And the thing is that after you tell men your expectations, either they're going to fall out of your rotation, or they're gonna pull away and then come back stronger because now they know they have competition. And rotational dating is especially helpful to solidify your ego as a woman and your energy.
Told you so.
I talk a lot about ego because ego has been the thing that has saved me from committing stupid things again. It's like it has prevented me from dating losers again or settling for a fake relationship. It's like you need to know you're worth more. And I think yes, you are entitled, but it's more of worthiness against entitlement issue. It doesn't matter if a man does not want to provide those things to you, as long as you know you are worth those things, because then you're not going to settle for someone who is not going to fully commit to you.
There's nothing wrong with having standards. However, setting ridiculous or unrealistic standards becomes problematic, especially when your sense of self-worth is linked to unethical behavior. If you are honest with yourself and the men you're dating, you have nothing to feel guilty about. But apparently, you are not telling these men the truth. And you know damn well that the men who still come back after hearing this truth are a bunch of fools. You do not want them, but you keep them around to boost your ego. Fellas, it's easy to spot the red flags in these women. Start with practicing DICK control. If you think with your little head, you'll get in trouble. Women will always tell on themselves. Just ask them the right questions and let them talk long enough. For example, she talks about her ego protecting her from dating losers. Ask her what she means with losers. Sit back, listen, and pay attention, because women have the tendency to only tell you what they feel you should know. So your answer lies in what she is not telling you. In this video, she said nothing about the benefits of having her as a girlfriend, let alone fiance. This is why women hate that question. What do you bring to the table? It's very simple, guys. Women like this are for recreational use only. You have much better things to do with your time, money, and energy.
Run! Get to the chopper!
Manosphere, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.